Hey Pokefans, talking about Topps cards again today, and I wanted to answer a question left for me by RA5 in the comments. And RA5 said, "Hi, I see there are many variations, but I have no idea what are their rarity. For example, are rainbow holo cards rarer or a better investment than just normal holo? I actually also find them more beautiful. Thanks." Thanks RA5 for the question, and I also find those rainbow foils to be really beautiful. But of course I love them all. And speaking of loving them all, I do want to issue a disclaimer here. I am not connected to Topps. I have no inside information. You know, sometimes those vloggers, they say, hey, come get the inside scoop, or take a look behind the scenes, or I know that's the secret. That is not me at all. The information that I have comes only from my years of collecting and my experience as a fan of the Pokemon cards themselves. So that out of the way, I want to talk about rarity and address RA5's question about the value and the rarity of cards. And I want to do that by talking about the booster packs themselves. So this is the Series 1 booster pack. This is your basic booster pack. And you notice that there are 7 cards in the pack plus 1 foil card. So, you know, are the foil cards rarer? Are some cards rarer than others? Yes, the foils are rarer at a ratio of 1 to 7. Out of every 8 cards, 1 would be a foil card. Then remember from my previous video that I talked about the different treatments, and in this Series 1 we had all those different printings. We had the first print with the smooth foil and the rainbow foil, and then we had the second printing with the debossed rays. Here, I think I have some here. With the second printing with the, I don't know if you can see me, with the debossed rays, and then the third printing with those flames, and then the fourth printing with those Pokeballs. And then, to add insult to injury, they gave us those same 3 special treatments, but with the holo foil, that rainbow effect, right? So this is what RA5 is asking about. And so if you think about it, there were 8 different foil treatments. There was the smooth, the rainbow, and then all the debossed ones, and then all the debossed ones with the rainbow holo foil effect. So there were 8 different foil cards. So what does that mean as far as rarity? I do not know. I don't know if the rainbows were a possibility in these packs. I don't think so, and I'll tell you why in just a second. So in these packs, you may have just been looking at the 4 different treatments: the plain foil, the rays, the flames, and the Pokeballs. So maybe out of every pack of cards, you had a 1 in 4 chance of getting one of those varieties of foil card out of 8, or 8 cards total, 7 other trading cards that were in that pack. So you had a 25% chance of getting any one of the cards with, what is that? 1 in 8 chance, 1 in 7 chance of getting a foil card in the first place. And I'll talk about the rainbows in just a second. But I did want to point out that since I made my last video, I found this thing. This Series 1 base pack with the green logo. And so, you know, the first run was the blue logo, right? And all the packs pretty much had the blue logo. But then I found out there was this green one. So, of course, I jumped on it. I had to have it. And I added that to my collection. But I don't know if this also comes with the red/pink logo or the black logo. I've kind of kept my eyes out for that, and I haven't seen it. But, you know, I do have a real job. So I'm not spending all day and night doing that. If you guys have seen this with the red logo or the black logo, let me know in the comments. Okay, so that is the first run. That's Series 1 with the first through 5th printings, right? But then we had Series 2 and Series 3. So let's take a look at Series 2 and 3, and we're talking again about rarity. And in Series 2 and 3, we went up to actually 8 trading cards that included a foil card. So really, I think all 3 series had always had 8 cards. It's just Series 1 called it 7 cards plus 1 foil. This one calls it 8 trading cards including 1 foil. So the ratio remains the same, but there is a thing for Series 2 and 3 that I know for sure I'm not sure about Series 1, but I know for sure because I own Series 2 and I've seen pictures of Series 3. And that is this thing called, oh, did you want to see all the artworks? Okay, there's Ash and Pikachu, and there's Team Rocket. And there's also a variation of these that are known as kind of like a dark version where the colors are all very muted. I don't have those. But there's a thing on Series 2 and 3. It's this little swirl. I was going to call it a swoosh, but I don't want to get sued. Oops, I just said it. Ha. Anyway, so there's this swirl over here. It says Special Collector's Edition with the apostrophe S. Special Collector's Edition. And guess what that means? That means that these are rainbow foils in here. The foil in here is going to be a rainbow foil. So sometimes you'll run into a seller online who has a whole bunch of rainbow cards. That's because they got a whole box of these. These were not randomly inserted. These were sold in actual booster boxes that actually carried this seal or this logo with a swirl and the Special Collector's Edition note. And so the entire booster box was full of these, and all of these, the foil card was the rainbow card. Okay, so I don't think they were in Series 1. I haven't seen a booster pack that has this. But Series 2 and 3 definitely had this. And as we know, there are rainbow treatments to the Series 1 cards. So it's possible. I just haven't seen it. What was the prevalence? What was the rate at which these Special Collector's Edition booster boxes and packs were made? I don't know, but I would imagine, in my professional amateur opinion, I would imagine it was definitely a lot less than the regular packs. Okay, so if we're talking about rarity, then yes, I believe the rainbow foils are the rarest. I believe that the cards from Series 2 are rarer than the cards from Series 1, as Series 2 didn't have all these different print runs. They did have different print runs, they just weren't distinguished by the different colored logos. But they didn't have as many as Series 1. And Series 3 had the least print runs of all. And so those cards are much rarer. So if we're looking at how many cards were printed, Series 1, they're a dime a dozen, right? Series 2, not bad. But when we get to Series 3, and Series 3 is cards 118 through 151. That's Goldeen through Mew. So when we get to Series 3, there aren't that many of them printed. So Series 3 itself, 118 through 151, those are just rare by themselves. Then we're talking about getting one foil card out of 8. And then on top of that, we're talking about getting rainbow treatment cards from those Special Collector's Edition packs. And you can see how those would be even rarer. I should note that the Series 3 cards did not come in the debossed versions. Yeah, there's only the smooth foil, or the plain foil, and the rainbow foil. And then the chrome variations. So it had the regular, the smooth foil, the rainbow foil, and then the chrome variations. I think, let me double check. Make sure I know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Okay. This, by the way, is a cool little thing. I don't know if you guys are interested in it. It's a batch of chrome cards. It was actually an advertisement. It was that came in the booster box. So that explains chrome, but we'll talk about that another time. Anyway, if you wanted to see the pack artwork, Series 3 had that beautiful, beautiful Charizard. There's a Lapras. And then we have, again, of course, Ash and Pikachu. Can't do without them. So, RA5. I don't know if that answers your question. It was kind of a random way of answering it, but I hope it gives you a little bit of insight into the rarity and you know, why the prices are the way they are, which cards you should collect. I hope it helps. I hope it helps somebody else out there. Everyone, thanks for tuning in. It's summer, so I'm going to be posting more videos, and I'll see you soon. In the meantime, catch them all.